Welcome to Thrashy Thursday! We're feeling pretty thrashy today.
Because of that, we're going to tell you our pet peeves.
There's a list.
Yeah.
Ladies and gents.
My first pet peeve is when you're talking to someone and you legitimately had no idea what they said. So you're like, what? Could you politely please repeat your sentence? And they're like, what? I didn't say anything.
So let's reenact this conversation. Oh, your eyebrows are on fleek today.
What?
What? See? I'm kind of OCD about this. I know most people aren't. I hate it when my food touches on my plate. Like, compartment plates are my jam, I tell you what. Because, like, when they're touching and then the flavors mix and it's complete anarchy. I can't even begin to tell you. The end. This one is something that everyone can relate to if you go to school. And if you're not in school, why are you watching this? Like, go get an education. But seriously,
This is their education.
Yeah, pretty informative. Okay, so it's when you are like walking in the hall or at college on the sidewalk and there is like a posse of people and they can you not check your phone when I'm telling a story? And they have like a group of like 2 or 3 people and they're walking in a line, like taking up the entire hall or sidewalk, and they're walking really slow.
But
like,
we're guilty of this too, so.
I mean, but we only are each other's only friends, so like 2 people wide is not bad. We're not guilty of this because this is a pet peeve, so this doesn't apply to us.
Okay.
And you're like, I got places to be, so like at school, here, we have to walk on the grass around them. That's how the cavemen live. That's not what I do.
My next pet peeve, and everyone has done this, but it's kind of like my pet peeve at myself. Like, I hate when I send a Snapchat and then they don't reply for like hours and then you're like, wait, what did I say? And they're like, I don't remember. And you're like, you just opened it and replied. Like, you know what I said. It's been like 3 hours for me. Just refresh my memory. That's all I ask.
One of my pet peeves is when you're like, especially when you have like sandals or something and you're like walking and you like trip on them. Especially Uggs. Uggs are really bad at this.
Oh yes, I agree.
And
we would know we're white.
So white. So it's like you're walking, looking cool as all get out, and you're like gliding along like an angel, and then you trip, and you look so stupid, and people are just like, look at that klutz. But a friend of mine actually told me, her name is Hannah Schmitz, in case any of you are wondering, that if you trip in public, just start jogging, and people look like you're just taking off. Or you could just trip and look stupid.
Eyebrows on fleek. Another phone-related pet peeve. No regrets. I hate whenever you're texting someone and they just fall asleep on you, and you're like, where'd you go?
But I'm really bad at that too.
I literally tell people goodnight before I go to sleep. Like, I have never just fallen asleep on someone. And if I have, it's because you took like 3 hours to reply, so that's your fault too.
One of mine, everyone does this. I feel like a lot of these are stereotypical, to be honest. But like, I hate it when I'm in the middle of like a project or something and my computer freezes. Because like Sunday night, I had a paper due at midnight, and I was typing it, and it was just like I'm a computer, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm just gonna take a nap. And I was like,
I feel like it only happens like when you have something due like that day. And
yeah,
you're, like, trying to turn it
in. Doesn't freeze when I'm watching Netflix, but it freezes when I'm doing homework.
Actually, thank the dear Lord above that it doesn't freeze when you watch Netflix. My next pet peeve is near and dear to my heart.
It's me.
It's when Maddie leaves me here all weekend by myself because she's my only friend. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. thinking about cats again. Really though, I hate when you leave me here all weekend. I understand it has to happen, but not all the time.
If you want me to stay, don't scare me. This one just grinds my absolute gears. Just like, here's my gears. I hate this. Okay, someone texts you up. You got friends, right? And they're like, I need some advice, or I need to tell you something, or I want your opinion. And they tell you, and you're like, okay, well, that's stupid, do this. And they're like, you just don't get it. I'm just like, okay. So basically the only reason they texted you was because they wanted you to be on their side. Part of being a good friend is tough love. Roxy, Amber, any way you feel.
Do not insert me into your fantasies. My next pet peeve really just creeps me out more than anything ever. I hate whenever I'm just like minding my own business, setting's not important, you could be anywhere in the world, and someone starts whistling but you can't see who it is. I just feel like that's really creepy. Like you're just like...
So like when people whistle in the shower and you can't see them?
Yeah. Like that creeps me out. Cause like what if it's not really someone in the shower, like what if it's someone coming in with like a knife?
It's so illogical that it's logical.
Exactly!
Smell my finger. Life goals, people.
My number one absolute worst pet peeve that I literally just can't tolerate, like you should exterminate yourself if you do this.
You should reword that because you basically just told them to kill themselves.
I said it politely. Basically, you just need to stop making mouth noises. Like when you're eating and you're like chomping your food and you're making mouth noises, or just when you're like sitting here and you're like...
That is kind of gross.
It's so nasty, and I'm like, I don't want to hear your food. It just makes me want to cry.
Can you guys see her? She's like shaking.
It makes me want to have an emotional breakdown when I hear someone making mouth noises.
My last pet peeve, I don't know if it's my number one, but like this one's just my last one. Okay, this one is like when you bite into a food and you kind of have this preconceived notion when you bite into food that looks really awesome. You're like, look, there's a cinnamon roll. I'm gonna devour that. And then you bite it and you're like, oh, this is not good. That just kills my heart. Also going along with that is when you see a delicious looking chocolate chip cookie sitting on a plate and you bite into it and it's bloody oatmeal raisin.
Oh! My chap, right.
Thank you, thank you. Waffin thrashy. Hug it out. Hug it out.
So those are our pet peeves.
Do's and don'ts of the week. Dun, dun, dun.
My do of the week is if you have someone in college, your relative or your friend, do send them mail, because I don't know about them, but it really is so exciting whenever I get mail. Like I'm like so excited I like almost pee my pants in the mailroom. My don't is, if you're taking a shower in a community shower like in jail or school, don't leave your shampoo there, because then you'll lose it and you don't know if it's in your closet somewhere or if it's like in the shower room and someone stole it. Like just don't lose your shampoo.
My do of the week is do let your roommate wear your clothes, because she is on fleek today. I can't even begin to describe. Just look at her business.
All thanks to you.
Thank you.
You're the real MVP.
Don't let your room get too messy at college.
Swag.
Or anywhere for that matter, because it takes more work to clean it up like all at once than it would be to just keep it clean as you go. For sure.
And then your roommate will get mad at you and she'll hit you in the head with a Swiffer.
Okay, I think that's it for this week.
Yep. So, bye! We love you.
Jesus does too.
Subscribe. Real quick shout out to my best friend Annika Wasson for Snapchatting me and telling me that we're her favorite and that she loves us. Also shout out to my best friend Erin Pierce just because she's real cool and you know we've been friends since like elementary school, so you're cool.
My shout out is there's only one person asked me to shout him out to him. And that's Landon Stark, so go Landon.
Land Shark.
Land Shark. He's Land Shark, so
Do a Land Shark.